Sanju Verma, first we spoke of vaccine diplomacy, then it became about vaccine nationalism, now about vaccine politics. Can you at the outset in this debate lay out why you think the BJP has done no wrong, that it's well within its rights to go out and say that to all Biharis, if you vote for us, we will give you a vaccine free? Let's start with Sanju Verma.
Rahul, first of all, I think you laid the ground rules of the debate very lucidly, because in your introduction, you categorically said that while yes, senior leaders like Bhupender Yadav or for that matter Ashwini Chaubey, they have on record stated that in Bihar, the vaccine by the state leadership will be provided free. Equally, what I think Congress people fail to understand is the fact that since health is a state subject, technically the center will provide the vaccine at nominal cost, and then it is for the respective state governments to give it for free or otherwise as they deem fit. Point number one. Point number two, this whole debate about the BJP trying to play the politics of opportunism. Excuse me, I want to remind the Congress a couple of years back, though they got a severe drubbing in the Telangana Assembly polls, please go back and look at your manifesto. You actually promised reservation in government jobs, promotions, and in educational institutions, reservations for a particular community, even within the minority sector, within the minority sect, pardon me, saying that you're doing this to protect the rights of minorities. So political opportunism is something that is at the core of the Congress DNA.
Supriya Srinath, what exactly is the opposition's problem?
Your Lokniti poll, excuse me Rahul, yes. Your Lokniti poll gives us a 7% lead. And mind you, last time with just a 7.7% lead, the Mahagathbandhan had stormed into power in 2015 in Bihar. So if we are getting a 7% lead as per your own poll, you know why the Congress is rattled. They can see the defeat staring at them in the eye.
So Supriya Srinath, what exactly is the opposition's problem? The BJP isn't saying that the vaccine will be given only to Biharis or it will be given only if the BJP gets elected. It's one of their first promises in this poll manifesto. And the BJP says every state government needs to decide whether to charge or whether to give it for free. We've said if we come to power, we'll give it for free. Why is the Congress so upset?
We're not upset. We're just pointing out the morally bankrupt and unethical practices of the BJP. I always knew they stoop low. They have done in the past, but I never thought they will stoop as low to use a global pandemic, to use what is perhaps the biggest health crisis the world has ever faced, and India is facing at a huge place. Please understand, 1,17,000 people dead because of this pandemic, 77 lakh people infected. You go to Bihar and you...
And more than 42,000 people
Sanju Verma, one second. Fade us down. Sanju Verma, allow me to lay out the rules of this debate. You had a full opportunity to speak. You wanted to speak extra. We held back and you did. Now that the Congress spokesperson is speaking, you must extend the same courtesy so we can have a sensible, meaningful debate. Try and win through the power of your argument, not through the interjections. Let Supriya complete. Supriya.
So I was just going to say that, the BJP is so rattled that they cannot even let you finish an argument, and because they forget, they go to those Banana Republic channels and they forget what happens in civilized debates. But that apart, it is absolutely morally bankrupt, Rahul, because in 1985, when a universal immunization program was launched, it was free for all. It has given vaccines for polio, which has ensured India is polio free. It has given BCG, which has ensured our mortality rate is low in corona. I am not going to talk politics there. It is the moral responsibility of the government to ensure free vaccination. Anything other than that would be held otherwise. You go to a state poll and you say free vaccination if we win. I'm sorry, you are going to lose. And then what?
So
Bihar will not have vaccination. The rest of the country will not have vaccination. Why is she talking in between? Why does she have to speak in between?
You are in alliance in Maharashtra. There are more than 16 lakh infected cases. Point
I
number
cannot
one.
do a debate with somebody so uncivilized. I will not.
No,